Yeah, namaskar to all of you. Today I have to talk about the Gita and the Mahabharata. In the last session of our class, we have taught about philosophy of Vedas, and Gita is also a philosophy book. And Shankaracharya has mentioned it among the three for Vedanta: Upanishads, Gita, and Brahma Sutra. So Gita is recognized as a Upanishad also, but it is not from the Vedas. Even then, it is recognized as the Upanishad. So this is important that it is basically a book of philosophy, but it is related with many spheres, many facets of our life and the world. Next, let me first talk about the significance of Mahabharata. So everyone knows that there are two epics of India: Ramayana, written by Valmiki, and Mahabharata, written by Vedavyas. So these two books are called epics. They are Itihas Puran, because our whole culture, our whole philosophy, our whole art, science, and humanities are associated with Mahabharata and Ramayana. You have seen that in the literature, there are so many books written by different time, by the different kavis, poets, and they have main base of Ramayana or Mahabharata. There are so many films in India and abroad also on these two books. So significance of Mahabharata is well known for being the second epic of ancient Sanskrit literary heritage. It is it has such a strong position in our literature of Sanskrit. It has 18 parv. It is divided into books, English in books, but in Sanskrit it is called parva. So parva means knot. Knot means ghat in Hindi. So parva as unites two different things or two different uh, roots, just like two chapters are associated with each other. So all the 18 chapters, all the 18 books are related or in continuity with each other, and that is why it is called Parva, not Adhyaya, etc. So it is very meaningful as Parv is a, a knot. It is a knot. Or Parv, you know that Parv is called to festivals also. Festivals also unite us with culture and with uh, religious ceremonies. So they are called Parva. Like that, this book, chapters of this book are called Parva. So 18 Parvs are there, and Gita also has 18 chapters. There it is Adhyaya. So it has 18 chapters. We will talk about 18 in another slides. It has 1 lakh verses. 1 lakh verses, 100 into 1000. Its name is Sat Sahasri. Sahasra means 1000 and 100 means Shat. Sat Sahasri. If you know history of India, at the time of Maurya Empire, it was in the BC, not in AD. Fahian, a traveler of China, was in India, and he has written that in India there is a big book, very big book, and it has 1 lakh verses. So the Vyas Muni is its author, and Ganesh Dev is its writer. You have heard about the story, which is very interesting about Ganesh and Vyas Muni. So I will, in short, I will tell that story. Vyas Muni was requested that please wrote down this Mahabharata. This Mahabharata, the whole book you write down, because every time it was having some other thing, adding something. So he said, I will write Mahabharata, the biggest book of the earth, but my condition is that I will not write. Someone has to be with me. I will speak and he has to write. Then Ganeshji was asked to write because he is very intelligent and very fast in writing. So Ganeshji said, I will write only then when the person will not uh, will continue in speaking, will be continued in speaking. He will not be uh, giving any moment, any in a break for his speech. So it was difficult for Vyas Muni. Then he said, okay, I have also a condition. The writer, Ganesh Dev, should understand the meaning and then only he should write. If he understands the meaning and writes, then I am ready to speak in front of him. And this was condition that Vyas Muni was speaking and Ganesh was writing and Vyas was uh, doing a trick. He was doing after some verses, he was speaking a very hard shloka. Its meaning was difficult. So Ganesh ji will take time. He will take time to understand the meaning. Meanwhile, Vyas ji will remember another verses which have to be continued for the writing. So this was going on, and the whole of Mahabharat was the effort of Vyas and Ganesha. The next, the name is Sat Sahasri Samhita. 1 lakh shlokas are there. Biggest book. The epic contains the extensive narrative of the great battle, which is called Mahabharata. This is Mahabharat is the name of the book, and it is also the name of the battle, which was between Pandavas and Kauravas. That war was also called Mahabharat war. So this tells about the name of the Mahabharata. But first, before that, about the importance, we should know that Mahabharata is recognized as the fifth Veda. Veda we have taught, we have learned. Ved is the knowledge. Ved is Vidhi, which tells about what to do and what to not do to all human beings. These are Vedas. So, what is the relation with Mahabharata and Veda? Why it is called fifth Veda? Because it also teaches moral values. It also teaches about ethics and philosophy. You have heard a sentence when I talk Upanishads, Satyam Vad Dharmam Char. This is the teaching of Ved. You should speak truth. You should follow dharma. So the Satya, following Satya is seen in the Ramayana. The whole of Ramayana is based on Satya Dharma, which Sri Ram is following. And here in the Mahabharata, Dharmam Char, you should follow Dharma. This is the teaching all the time of Shri Krishna, and that's why it is called a Dharma Shastra, as it is just like a Dharma Shastra, and that's why it is named as Pancham Veda, fifth Veda. So Dharma also was a topic of our first lesson, and who has missed that should see the recordings. Dharma is a very deep term, and here Dharma Shastra is again within that same meaning. So Mahabharata teaches us Dharma, and I will be like to explain this as much as I can in the next slides. Next. What is the story of the Mahabharata? In short, it is the war, great battle. It is the narration of great battle of on of the Bharatas, which went on 18 days. Again, this war was of 18 days. It was between Bharata. Bharata is a vansh, is a dynasty, and both Pandu and Dhritarashtra were its two brothers or two sons. you may say. So they were cousins, and they have not good feeling for each other. And that is why Dhritarashtra's son was Duryodhan and Pandava's son was five Pandavas. Duryodhan was having 100 brothers, Yudhishthir was having five brothers, and they are called Pandavas because they were sons of Pandu. There were two sons, Pandu and Dhritarashtra. So Dhritarashtra's son were 100, he was having 100 sons, and Duryodhan was one of them, he was the leader. Then Pandu was having five sons, and they were called Pandavas. And Yudhishthir was chief of the Pandavas, the elder brother. So what happened between the two as they were having such amenity between themselves? It is very, this story is very mystery, or you can say you can't decide on which side you should be in the fight or in the battle. It is very difficult to decide because they are not Rakshasas like Ramayana. They are not Rakshasas. They are of Bharatvansha. They are the king. They are the princess. Then what is the reason they are having this fight? So the reason is the cause of the Gita also. That is the real cause of Gita also. Because Dhritarashtra and Pandu, between the two, Dhritarashtra was blind. In short, I am telling you, he was blind. And Pandu was not well in health. He was having a bad health, not good health. So Bhishma was their grandfather. So he decided that let Pandu be the king. Pandu is younger brother. According to the law, elder brother has to be king. But Pandu was not having a good health. Even then, he decided that he should be king because he has eyes and Dhritarashtra is blind. And Pandu was king. After some years, he died due to bad health. Then what to do? Then Bhishma Pitama decided that let Dhritarashtra be the king. Now he has made the king who was blind. And many years he ruled. Then their sons were grown up. And then Dhritarashtra, Yudhishthir and Duryodhan, all these were grown up and they started fighting to each other because you may understand Pandu was younger brother and his son is claiming that he should be the king because he is the son of a king. Dhritarashtra, who was blind but was king at that time. So he says, why a blind can be king, then why should not I can be the prince or now, Yuvraj now. So he is asking for his claim. That is the reason both are having fight, and Krishna is supporting Pandavas, and the whole world that time was not there. So the whole of India, Bharata, was divided into two parts. Some were on the Kaurav side, someone on the Pandav side, and only two persons were not fighting. And Shri Krishna was very political, so he was not fighting. He said, I will be the charioteer of Arjuna, I will be Sarthi of Arjuna, I will not fight. And Krishna's brother, younger brother Balram, he said, I will not be in this war because Duryodhan is my student and Pandavas are my cousin brothers. So I will not be fighting. This way, they don't have a part of the war. Otherwise, whole of the India was in the battlefield. All the boys and the men, only women were sitting in the home, and this big fight was going to be started. And you have understood the reason. What is the reason? On the I think it as Pandu is sometime Pandavas looks right, and sometimes Dhritarashtra looks right. So it is difficult to say who is right, who is wrong. But Krishna has decided that let war be there, because this should end, and new yuga should start, and that was the end of Dwapara, and now Kali Yuga has to be started, and for Kali Yuga some other shastra was required, Dharma shastra was required. For Dwapar some other shastra was required, for Treta some other, and for Satyug some other. So time, according to time, law of the nation or creation or the man are changing, and that is why Shri Krishna, who was there to play a role, important role, he thinks that now it is time to tell me Gita to the humanity, because now Kali Yuga has to be started and Dwapar is going to be end. So all will be indulged in different types of actions. The whole public will be doing actions only, not yajna, not tapasya, not dhyan, not samadhi, as what in the Satyug, in the Treta Yuga, you have heard in the stories. So that's why he has changed this. He want to change Yuga Parivartan, and he was there. I will in another slides, I will show how, why he was in this earth or in this world as a human being, being a Bhagwan. Next. So Gita is a part of Mahabharata. It comes into Bhishma Parva. Parva I have told you, and Parva have their names also, which is the main story of that Parva. The name is given according to that, as is done in everywhere in our books also, we do like that. So Bhishma Parv, there are 18 chapters which are named as Gita. Shri Mad Bhagavad Gita. This is the full name. Because if you will say Gita, then people will understand, but they may not be understanding. Because Gita is there in Sanskrit, there are so many Gitas. Gita is the name given to the book which are sang, which are which are in song form. गीता भगवान के द्वारा गाई गई, which is गाई गई, श्रीमद् भगवत गीता, song of श्रीमान भगवान, श्रीमद् भगवत, भगवत means भगवान, श्रीमद् माने श्रीमान, गीता, and the name is given in the Gita also. After Gita, there this name is there in the Mahabharata. So it has again 18 chapters, and each chapter is named, and that name has yoga term as Sankhya Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, Kriya Yoga, and Dhyan Yoga. Like that, every chapter has the name of yoga, and Yuj Dhatu is the basic Dhatu there. So Gita is an important book, having 700 shloks, not from the 1 lakh shlok, it has only 700 shloks. So it is a part and parcel of Gita. It is inside Gita. 18 chapters of the whole Mahabharata is called Gita. 18 is the name, 9. 8 plus 1 is 9. And that is Purna Anka. This number is full, complete. You know that 9 is the biggest number in mathematics. So due to this 9 number, this is called Purna Anka. So Mahabharata is also Purna. Gita is also Purna. Purna means complete, whole, important entity, having a special entity. Next. This is the picture. Shri Krishna is sitting and Arjun is on the back side, and he sits on the chariot. He should stand because he is going to fight. But he was initially standing, but after some time he sits when he has depression, and then he asks Shri Krishna something, and the Gita is told, as you know, all persons know this thing. Next, next. When it is said that every chapter is named on Gita, one second, please. So yoga is this is a book of yoga because every chapter is named as yoga. And what is yoga? The science of spirituality in our life is simply termed as yoga. Yoga, you can say, it is a balancing principle of life or synthesis of two opposite things are called yoga. As body with mind should be united, mind should be united with intellect, intellect should be united with consciousness, and in this world also, enjoyment, pleasure should be united with spirituality. So two different aspects should be united. And in the whole life of Shri Krishna, we have seen this thing. This very good quality was in Shri Krishna. He was the best yogi, and that is why Yogeshwara Krishna, his name is Yogeshwara Krishna. He is the Krishna of, he is the Ishwar of yoga, means the Lord of yoga. And he is the living illustration of this yoga. So next, in short, few points are written here, and this is the meaning of one shloka. In one shloka, it is said, as I have told you, Upanishads, it is the essence of Upanishads. It is itself a Upanishad. It is essence of Upanishad because Sarva Upanishado Gavo Dogdha Gopala Nandana Sudhir Bhokta Krishna Dugdham Gitamritam Mehet. Krishna is milkman, Dogdha. Upanishads are cow. Arjun is child of cow and calf. And readers are the enjoyers who drinks milk. And this, what is this milk? This milk is called Gita, Amritam Dugdham. It means that dugdha or milk is coming from Upanishads with standing of Arjuna, who is the child. Vats, गाय का बच्चा जब होता है तभी गाय दूध देती है, तो अर्जुन उनके पास खड़े हुए हैं, श्री कृष्ण दूध निकालने वाले हैं, उपनिषद गाय हैं, उनसे दूध निकालकर वो की अमृत दूध था उसको निकालकर उन्होंने हमें गीता के रूप में दिया. हम लोग माने जो पढ़ते हैं, रीडर्स होते हैं, वो उसका एंजॉय करते हैं, उसको पीते हैं. तो दिस वे गीता इज द एसेंस ऑफ ऑल वेदास, all Upanishads, and it is the crown jewel of India's spiritual wisdom, spirituality, philosophy, etc. Next. What is the subject of Gita? In short, there are 4 subjects mainly: knowledge, jnana, devotion, bhakti, action, karma, and meditation, dhyan. Jnana yoga, bhakti yoga, karma yoga, dhyan yoga, and most Ayurveda is also there. There are many subjects, but importantly, 4 types of ways are there through them which you can go to your destination of moksha, and all the 4 are explained in Gita. And this is a big question: is there Shri Krishna trying to unite two or not, or he's simply saying that only from jnana you will get moksha, only from bhakti you will get moksha? Like that, he is a very clever or very intelligent acharya, guru. So he says, from everyone you can get the moksha, and you can unite also. That's why Arjun is time to time Again, he's asking for question. You are explaining or you are confusing me? Once you said this thing, once you said that thing. So this is in conversation is going on. Next. This is another picture, and he is sitting over here, and Krishna is consoling him. Next. I have written there Bhagwan, not Shri Krishna. And it is important, very few person know that in the whole of Mahabharata, if there is a dialogue by Shri Krishna, it is a narrator will say, Shri Krishna Uvach, Shri Krishna is saying, Shri Krishna said. But in the Gita, he says, Bhagwan Uvach, Bhagwan says, Lord says, Shri Krishna is Lord, Bhagwan, and he says. So it is in types of, there are 4 types of relations. This is also an important point which I have gathered. As I told you, Shri Krishna is charioteer. He is charioteer, but he is not having any arms, without armaments, without weapons. He is standing there for the service of Arjuna. Then Arjun is called the Lord of Chariot. He is Lord of Chariot and he रथी है, ये सारथी है. फिर दूसरा रिलेशन है सुप्रीम भगवान, श्री कृष्ण भगवान है और ये डिवोटी है, भक्त है उनका. एक ये रिलेशन उनका चल रहा है. And then the third relation is both are sakha, they are friend. And the fourth relation is relative. They are relative also. Shri Krishna was बुआ के बेटे थे. अर्जुन की बुआ के बेटे थे. So like that, Kunti was Arjun बुआ, Shri Krishna बुआ. 4 types of relation Shri Krishna and Arjun were having, and the most popular was Sakha Rupa. In the Gita, in one shloka, Arjuna has said, Sakheti matva prasvam yaduktam, He Krishna, He Yadav, He Sakheti, Ajanata mahimanam tavedam, Maya pramadat pranayen vapi. Time to time, I have said so many things with you because I was not knowing that you are Bhagwan. I was considering you as a friend only. So I was telling you many things. But now I understood that you are Bhagwan and you are here for in a incarnation. So this type in Gita, especially devotee and Bhagwan Roop is there, and Shri Krishna is teacher and Arjun is his disciple also. Next. I have told something about dharma. In Mahabharata is a dharma shastra. It teaches dharma. Then again, Gita is there for the explanation of dharma. So again, the heading is there, dharma is stapana. Why Shri Krishna was on the earth? You have heard that incarnations of Vishnu. There were 10 incarnations of Vishnu. Vishnu ke 10 avatar हुए थे. And why avatar, he takes avatar? Then again, in our mythology, in our Puranic mythology, we have heard there are 3 important powers. One is Brahma, who creates, Vishnu, then second is Vishnu, who sustains, जो स्थिति करते हैं, sustains, establishes, and the third is Shiva, who destroys. सृष्टि, स्थिति, संहार, ये 3 कार्य होते हैं. हर चीज में ये 3 कार्य होते हैं. कोई भी चीज बनती है, फिर वो होती है, जब तक उसकी जरूरत है तब तक होती है, उसके बाद वो नष्ट हो जाती है. तो पहला ब्रह्मा का कार्य है, दूसरा विष्णु का कार्य, तीसरा संहार का कार्य शिव जी का कार्य है. अब जो ब्रह्मा का कार्य वो तो एक ही बार होता है. He created and he created, that's all. शिव जी का कार्य भी एक ही बार होता है. He has to destroy, so he will destroy in a minute or in a moment. Then Vishnu's work is to sustain, and for sustaining some things, some aspect is required, some potential is required, and that is called dharma. Dharma is a sustaining principle. I have told in the very beginning also. धर्म धारण करता है, जो हमें हमें हम बनाता है, उसे धर्म कहते हैं. जो मनुष्य को मनुष्य बनाता है, जो माँ को माँ बनाता है, जो पिता को पिता बनाता है, जो पुत्र को पुत्र बनाता है, इसी तरह से दुनिया बनी हुई है. तो उस दुनिया को बनी रहने देना, ये एक सस्टेनिंग काम है. और अगर उसमें कहीं विघ्न हो रहा है, ठीक से चल रही है दुनिया तो चल रही है, अगर ठीक से नहीं चल रही है, उसमें विघ्न हो रहा है, कोई राक्षस आ गया, कोई बड़ी मुश्किल आ गई, तो भगवान विष्णु को अवतार लेना पड़ता है. He has to come down for the sustaining, for doing that work of sthiti, correction. In the correction he has to do, he has to again establish everything, and then he will go. And if that thing is so much बिगड़ गई है, इफ अगर वो जरूरत से ज्यादा बिगड़ गई है और ठीक नहीं होगी, तो वो फिर छोड़ देते हैं, वो नहीं आते हैं, और शंकर जी, शिव जी उसको नष्ट कर देते हैं. तो अभी इतनी बिगड़ी नहीं थी, द्वापर का अंत हो रहा था, महाभारत वॉर होनी थी, उन्हें पता था. और महाभारत वॉर के बाद बहुत कुछ हो जाएगा, ये उन्हें पता था. सारे लोग मर जाएंगे, मैंने बताया, आदमी लोग वहां खड़े थे, बहुत से आदमी मर जाएंगे, औरतें विडो हो जाएंगी. 64,000 औरतों को लास्ट में श्री कृष्ण ने अपने अपने साथ रखा था, अपनी शरण में रखा था. इसका मतलब यही है जो मैं कहना चाहती हूँ, कि लेडीज को प्रोटेक्शन उन्होंने बाद में दिया, अदरवाइज वो कैसे रहती. तो ये उनका, और भी बहुत कुछ कार्य करने के लिए, दुर्योधन जैसे लोगों को नष्ट करने के लिए वो उन्होंने कृष्ण अवतार लिया. या कि फाइनली गीता उन्होंने बोली महाभारत वॉर में, और गीता बोलने के बाद कुछ दिन वो भी राजा रहे, और उसके बाद वो पृथ्वी से चले गए. और हम बचपन में पढ़ते हैं कि श्री कृष्ण ने कंस को मारने के लिए अवतार लिया, पढ़ते हैं ना, कंस को मारने के लिए अवतार लिया. मथुरा से उनको लाया गया, और कंस ने उनके साथ जो कुछ किया, फिर उन्होंने मारा. तो वो तो उन्होंने 11-12 साल की एज में मारा था. When he was a child, he killed Kans. And if that was his only purpose, killing of Kans was his only purpose for the incarnation, then he must go back. Then he must go back to his own Vishnu Loka. But he has not gone. He was there to kill Shishupal, then Jarasandha, then other so many things he has set aside. And finally, this Mahabharat war, he has played a very important role. He was Sarathi. And what is the meaning of Sarathi? He is not having any armament. It means that he is neutral. He is not from this side, not from that side. He is not taking part in the war. He is unattached. So he is unattached. This is the main thing which we should remember. And after this war, he goes back, and finally he goes back. So according to me, teaching of Gita was his purpose of coming in the Krishna avatar. For the teaching of Gita, he has come here, and for narrating Gita, there should be a particular situation which I will like to explain as much as I can. So a particular situation was needed to give the teaching of Gita. Not this Updesh cannot be given to each and everyone at each and every time. A particular thing should be there. So this dharma was in danger, dharma was disturbed, and that is why he came to establish dharma. And you see in Mahabharata and especially in Gita, the dharma term is used in so many references. यदा यदा हि धर्मस्य ग्लानिर्भवति भारत अभ्युत्थानम अधर्मस्य तदात्मानं सृजाम्यहम् पवित्राणाय साधूनां विनाशाय च दुष्कृता धर्म संस्थापनाय संभवामि युगे युगे. Shri Krishna says, whenever there is danger to Krishna, danger to dharma, I will take birth and I will come and I will set it. I will set it aside. I will fix everything in order. So dharma sthapna is my purpose. Every yug, in every yug. That is why he has taken 10 avatar, 10, 10 dasha avatar he has taken. And in every avatar you will see whenever his work is finished, he returns. So, but in Krishna avatar, he is returning after telling the teachings of Gita. And Gita is for not for only for Arjuna, but for all of us who are coming later by after Arjuna. In Kali Yuga, as we all, for all of us, Gita is a way to given by Shri Krishna. Dharma Sthapana is the purpose. Dharma Yuddha, it is called Dharma Yuddha. Both are fighting, but it is called Dharma Yuddha. And the Kshetra where they are fighting, Kurukshetra, Kuru, that Kaurava, Kurukshetra, that is called Dharma Kshetra. Dharma Kshetre, Kurukshetre. The starting point is Dharma Kshetre, Kurukshetre. Kurukshetra is Dharma Kshetra. Why they are fighting? They are fighting for Dharma. One is Dharma. On the one side is Dharma, on the other side is Adharma. Yudhishthir has asked only 5 villages you can give me and we will be satisfied. But Duryodhan said, no, I am not going to give you sui ke barabar bhi, not an inch of earth I will give you. So that is the reason he was on the adharma side and Yudhishthir was on the dharma side, and this was a dharma yuddha. Then dharma vimudha, the term is used by Arjuna. He says, I am confused about dharma. What should I do? What should I not do? I am confused. Because he goes in front of both army. Shri Krishna on the first day of war, he asked Shri Krishna, take this chariot in the middle of the war battlefield, and both armies are on his left side and right side. So says I am on the both side. My relatives are standing. So if this war will happen and I will be the medium of that war because I am the strongest person, so everyone will say, look, he for the sake of kingdom he has done so much destruction, and relatives are killed by him. So he says, finally he says, dharma vimura. I am vimura dharma, about dharma. Because he is telling each and everything in the first adhyay. You may read first adhyay, that is in story form. It is not actually the part of Gita, but it is a background of Gita. And it should be, without that reading, you cannot understand Gita. So in the first adhyay, Arjuna says that why I am not fighting, because I will be the killer of my own relatives and I will kill so many persons, and if ladies will be without home, without financial assistance. So I don't want to be the medium of all these things. Finally, he said, Dharma vimura. I am vimur, I am confused about dharma. What should I do? What should I not do? And in the last chapters, this Shri Krishna says all the time, it is dharma sangram. It is a sangram, it is a battle for dharma, for the establishment of dharma. Or in the final chapter, Gita says that yato dharmas tato jaya. Finally, who will win? Arjun, Shri Krishna says, Arjun, look, you are not doing anything. The person who is on the dharma side will get victory. So this type of words are there in the Gita, and it shows that it is a Dharma Shastra. It is narration of a Dharma Yuddha. It is for Dharma Sthapna why Shri Krishna is there. Next. As I was telling, with background of Gita, very important it is to know the background of Gita. Now we have understood that Shri Krishna is the narrator, he is the teacher of Gita, he will be speaking Gita, he will be singing Gita, and Arjun is the disciple, disciple of Lord Krishna, and he will be getting that teachings. But firstly, he will tell all the time his mental status. I am not feeling well. I am depressed. I am sitting on the chariot. I am not taking my arms. I am not going to fight. I am not going to fight. But Shri Krishna says, you have to fight. You have to fight. You please tell me if someone is telling that I am frightened of this war. I don't want to fight. I am weak. I I am afraid of all these things. So Shri Krishna will never say that you go and war, took fight, take part in the fight in the battle, because Arjun is not saying anything about his weakness, about his he will not fight. He is not giving any other reason, but he is only saying my mental status is not like that. I am not feeling well, so I will not fight. That's why Shri Krishna says that you have to fight because you have to do your work. You are not a person to decide who will win, who will not win. And the all qualities of disciple in Arjuna, because he wants to know everything. So he finally surrenders. He sits on the chariot. He says, I am in your refuge. I am in your shelter. As you think correct for me, right for me, please tell me what to do, because I am confused what to do. Shok and moh, there are two aspects. In the next slide, there are 2 points, Shok and Moh. Shri Krishna realizes these are the reasons he don't want to fight. And that is the Shok and Moh, which are the cause of depression. I know someone in USA who she is a psychologist, and she treated on the basis of Gita, because Gita is a book which removes Vishad, which removes depression. Arjun was having depression, Vishad, due to Shoka and due to Moha. Arjun was having Shoka because he think Ishta Chinta Nash. He was thinking that he will kill relatives and they are going to die. And they are going to die. They are not died yet, but he is thinking that they will die. So चिंता भी उसको शोक को पैदा करती है. कोई हमसे खो जाएगा, उसकी चिंता भी शोक को पैदा करती है. दूसरा है मोह, जो वो सोचता है औरतें बेकार हो जाएंगी, उनके घर नष्ट हो जाएंगे. दिस इज मोह, दिस इज इग्नोरेंस. He is thinking himself as a cause of all these distraction, but no one is cause of anything in the world. So this is ignorance. So shok means uh, grief and ignorance. These two are the reasons he is having vishad. He is having depression, and due to depression, he is saying that I will not fight. Understood? So this is the thing which Sri Krishna realizes. So now what he has to do? He don't have to teach him how to fight, why fight, you should fight. All these things he is not telling. He is only removing his shoka, he is removing his moha. If shok is removed, if moha is removed, he is free from all these two things, then his vishad will be over and he will get up and he will start fighting. So this is the reason, Shok and Moh, all the time in the world, people are having shock or more, and we are getting depression or sorrow or pleasure or all these things. So Shri Krishna has chosen Arjun as a student, as his disciple, who is very correct disciple, who will learn everything and who will follow that also. And when Shri Krishna will not be on the earth, Arjun's Geeta will be remembered by the people and they will follow the principles of Gita and get free from Shoka and Moh, if they want to be free from Shoka and Moh. So this is the reason why Shri Krishna has chosen Arjun as his disciple for the preaching of Gita. Now the question is why Shri Krishna is considered as the best guru to teach this philosophy. Anyone can teach this philosophy. What is the problem? Anyone, any acharya, any swami, any sadhu, muni, rishi, muni can teach this philosophy. There are Vedas who were written by rishis. But why Shri Krishna is the right person to give this teaching of Gita? Next, the reason is that Shri Krishna himself is the living illustration of what he is going to teach. In the childhood, he was in Brajbhumi, but at the age of 11, he left that and went to Mathura. And Yashoda was in Brajbhumi, Radha was in Brajbhumi. He never come back to Brajbhumi again, Gokul again. And he never talked about Yashoda or so he has this no attachment with his life at the age of childhood. Then in Mathura, he did uh, big works of killing Kans, etc. And then he went to Gurukul for teaching. So in his life, wherever he is doing anything, he is doing that without any attachment. Then Mahabharat war, you have seen he is Sarthi. He is Sarthi. He is not having any attachment with Pandavas or any attachment with Kauravas. Both are his cousins. So he is not having any attachment. So the person who has lived the whole life without attachment, Nishkam Jivan जिन्होंने जिया, he is the right person to tell that philosophy. So Arjun is the right person to listen. Shri Krishna is the right person to give that teaching. And battlefield is the right place to give this teaching. Battlefield. There again, I have told in the very beginning, you cannot decide who is on the right side. Yudhishthir is okay or good, right, or Duryodhan is right. So in our life, we are always having this type of dvandva. This is right or this is right. What should I do? What should I do? So at that time, Gita is the best guide for them. And you have heard this all the time. Many times, this is the famous shlok, Karmane Vadikaraste Ma Phalishu Kadachana, Ma Karma Phal Heturbu, Mate Sangoastu Akarman. This has four parts. Karmane Vadikaraste. You have a right to perform your actions. Nothing else you have to do. Second, Ma Phalishu Kadachana. You should not be entitled for its fruit. Never think that what will happen. What will happen of this action? You do only your duty. Don't think about the actions of that karma. Then third, karma phal heturbu. Don't be the cause of the result. Don't be the cause of the result. It means unattached. And the fourth is mate sango astva karmani. This is very interesting. If people will think, some people may think, oh, it is so complicated. I have to do work and I have not to think about the result. So it is better I will leave. I will not do anything. So he says, no, you can't leave actions also. Because see me, I am in a avatar, I am a Bhagwan. I have nothing to do. I am not here for भोगों के लिए नहीं आया हूं मैं, जैसे मनुष्य लोग आए हुए हैं। मैं तो अपने ऐसे ही आया हूं। Even then, I am doing work. And in this war also, I am doing work. I am not standing aside and keeping an eye on who is giving or who is fighting, how is he fighting. So I am even working as a, so all the time, even I am working, then why people will not work? Everyone has to work. So this is the message of Kali Yuga. And we are in Kali Yuga, and we can see that everyone is so busy, all are doing something or the other, very busy. So when you are busy, you are doing work, then how to do the work? This is the teaching in Gita. Next, if you know the science of work, then you will be having a good life. Do your duty, but do not concern yourself with the results. The fruit of your actions are not for enjoyment, even while working. Give the pride of doer strip. Do not be attached to inaction. These are the 4 points, very important, of that shlok which I have heard just now. Next. And finally, I have to say this, that Gita is a book for all persons who want to live a good life, who want to live an unattached life, and who want to enjoy also, because both sides, spirituality and worldly enjoyment, both are recommended in Gita, in our philosophy. Shri Krishna doesn't say that don't enjoy. He says enjoy, but be unattached with that. Don't be attached. And if you will be attached, then only you will get pleasure and pain, and that is not a correct way. So that is why Gita is a worldwide popularity. It is translation in all languages. It has different meanings also by different acharyas, but selfless actions are inspired in many leaders. As you have heard, Mahatma Gandhi used to say, whenever I have a question and I don't get any answer, I open and read Gita, and I get an answer there. Every time I get an answer there. Shankaracharya, as I told in the very beginning, considered it the book of Vedanta philosophy. Bal Gangadhar Tilak, while he was in jail, he used to read Gita. So there, the maximum translation of the book, if there is a question, answer will be which book, then answer will be Gita. More than 200 translations are there in different languages of the world. Most popular book. Next. It is not for one person or any community or any time. It is forever for everyone. So it is because it teaches the art of living. Actions cannot be bind. They can be the medium of liberation also. This is Gita. Nishkam karma is the, in short, if anyone asks what is the essence of Gita, then answer will be Nishkam karma yoga is the essence of Gita. And finally, he says, come into my shelter. If you are very confused, you don't have anything, come to my shelter. Sarvdhaman parityaje mam ekam sharanam vraj. And this is the only book where he has promised that I will defend my devotees. They will never be in distress if they surrender to me. And just like in Ramayana also, you may remember that Vibhishana, who was the brother of Ravana, came there in near Shri Ram and said, I am in your shelter. Then he has accepted and he has protected him, given full protection. So this is the way our Bhagwan, our incarnations, teaches us so many things. And Gita is the most popular teaching of Shri Krishna Avatar. Next. Thank you. If there are any question, I can take that. If there is any question, you can ask.
Yes, I wanted to ask Shashi ji, कि